Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be looking at the formats for minute writing. Please, I'll encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, then also click on the notification button so that whenever I post a video, you will get notified. Thank you. So, formats minute writing. In our previous video, we looked at what is a minute. Then we also considered tips for writing minutes, as well as the reasons for writing minutes and the key activities while writing minutes. In case you are yet to see that video, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section so that you will see it before proceeding with this video. So in the format of minute writing, we have the heading, opening, attendance, minutes of the previous meeting, corrections, adoption, matters arising, business of the day, any other business, adjournment, closing, and subscription. This is what should be contained in your minute. The heading contains the name of the meeting, where and when the meeting was held, the day, date, and place. Example of heading. Let's look at example of heading. Minutes of General Assembly meeting. The chairman held with the academic staff regarding fundraising at ABC Auditorium on Tuesday, 25th January 2021. So if you are writing the heading in capital letter, no need for you to underline. But if you are writing it in small letters, you have to underline it as a heading. The opening. The opening is usually when the chairman declares open the meeting. He does so by calling meetings, the meeting to order, calling the members to order. So you are going to note the exact time of the opening. Then if the chairman made any observation, you also note that. So let's look at example of an opening. So in doing your opening, you can say the chairman declared the meeting open at about 4 p.m. with an opening prayer said by the membership secretary. Thereafter, he welcomed the newly elected member to the meeting. The attendance consists of membership, both present and absent, listed in a particular order, preferably in the order of seniority. For instance, you can number it this way. Maybe Dr. ABC DE chairman, Mr. FOGDE secretary. You note the absent members. You also note the minutes of the previous meeting. At this stage, the minutes of the previous meeting, which must have been circulated, are now read. So all you just need to do is to note down that the minutes of the previous meeting was read. Then if there was correction, you note it. At the correction stage, this is at the stage where corrections are made to the minute. The chairman takes member through each minute, inviting corrections where necessary. So when the corrections are cited, you need to make reference to the minute number from the minute that you just read. So you need to be specific. So under minutes of the previous meeting, if that was minute 3, then the sentence 4, paragraph 2. Probably in the meeting they said replace off head with off hand. You will now note it there. So in the absence of any further corrections, the chairman at this stage invites the motion for the adoption of the minute as the correct records of the meeting under consideration. So the motion has to be seconded. Next thing you note in your minutes, according to sequence, is matters arising. So outstanding issues from the preceding meetings are presented for resolutions. The next thing is business of the day. Business of the day is the purpose of which the meeting under consideration was convened, so which will now be discussed under each item. So the business of the day is the main reason why the meeting was called. So under business of the day, you are going to discuss each item. For instance, if the business of the day for the meeting was inaugural lectures, you are going to note it according to how you are numbering the minutes. Inaugural lectures, everything that was discussed under inaugural lectures, you are going to say it. The key points that was said in inaugural lectures, you will say it. The action points, the action owners, the deadlines for such action, you will note it under inaugural lectures. So whatever business of the day it was, you need to note it and number them according to the minutes. Then discuss state whatever was the action points, then action owners, deadlines, you put them under each item under the business of the day. Then after business of the day, any other business, if there was any other business that was raised, you need to discuss it here. So any other business has to do with issues that were not listed in the agenda specifically, but which any member feel like introducing for discussion. In following the sequence of the writing of the minutes, you need to talk about the adjournment, or who adjourned the meeting. So usually the meeting can only be brought to a close after a motion of adjournment has been moved by a member and seconded by another member. So under adjournment, this is what you will do. You can say that, for example, with what we have here, the motion of adjournment was moved by Professor ECH and seconded by Dr. BAU. So then after that is closing. You need to take note of the exact time the meeting was closed. It is important that the meeting will rise, usually preceded by a closing prayer where appropriate. The time the meeting closed is also what? Noted. So you take note of the time that the meeting closed. For example, the meeting was brought to a close by the chairman at 9:45 p.m. with a short prayer said by Mrs. EGM. Then the next line is subscription. Subscription is not a subheading when writing minutes. It is to show that at the end of the writing, spaces should be created for the chairman and the secretary to sign what has been written. So this is how subscription is being done. You rule a line for the secretary, and also you put dates to sign and write date. Then also the chairman, you also rule a line for the chairman to sign and write date. So the secretary signs the document after he has written it, while the chairman signs after the minute has been adopted. So this is the format for writing minutes, starting from the heading to the subscription. That's how you follow it in writing your minutes. Also, you can also session your minutes like this by writing the name of the organization, where you are now also do the meeting details. This meeting detail is just what is contained in the heading of what we just discussed. Write the meeting name, the meeting objective, the location, the time, and the date. Then also the attendance, the invitee can put down the agenda item, activities, the time allocated. Then also the things that were discussed in the minutes. That's the general meeting minutes, where you will now, each of the business of the day, you write the action, the item owner, and then the deadline. Then the subscription part, which is prepared by and reviewed by. So thank you very much for watching.